Hey everyone, Monroe Mann here. It's 1:15 a.m. and before I go to bed, I just have had something going on in my mind for the last few days, and I've just been thinking about it over and over again. And if you saw one of the recent videos I just posted on the breakdiving channel, it's similar, something similar to that. It's a quote from Bruce Lee. He said, "I don't fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 1,000 times." And as some of you may know, I've been getting back into martial arts recently. You can see my two pairs of nunchucks up on the wall behind me, and some of my recent videos are about martial arts and practicing. If you watch some of those videos, I'm not the greatest at it right now. And the more I look at the videos, I realize, oh my gosh, I have a long way to go. But I'm reminded of that quotation, and it really hit hard when someone else in breakdiving posted a post that said, you basically need to succeed by being bored. So the more you can embrace boredom, the more likely you're going to succeed. What does that mean? It is not fun to practice one kick 1,000 times, to learn how to write one Chinese character 1,000 times, to practice the same figure eight motion, ice skating 1,000 times, to do the same motion for the wave, which I've actually been learning how to do. Let me see if I can do part of it here. Let me do this. I was learning this the other day too. Wait. So here, I can just do this side right here. Ready? Here's the wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. This part's the hard part. 5, 6, 7. Anyway, my point being is, it's fun practicing how to do that wave 1, 2, 3 times, but you want to get good at it. As Poppin' John in this dance tutorial was saying, you got to do it over and over again. And he said the secret is, you want to do a wave that looks perfect, do it every day 100 times. And guess what? It gets boring, incredibly boring. But that's what you have to do. You want to succeed in life at something, you have to keep doing it when the novelties run out, when it's not fun anymore, when you don't want to practice. They say that the Beatles played the Cavern Club in, was it in England, I think, or Germany? I'm not sure where it was. Something like 1,000 times before they got discovered. And I'm sure after a while, playing the same old songs over and over and over again to a same crowd in a small club, it's not fun. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit fun, but basically it gets boring. And you need to embrace that boredom. Again, as Bruce Lee said, I don't fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times. And so I'm doing this martial arts here. I'm learning how to draw better. My drawings are a lot better than my martial arts. I think this is like black belt quality now. But I've been practicing drawing now for a long time, and I'm getting better. And I just realized I'm excited to see, if you watch my last nunchuck video, it's nothing special, but I'm in it to win it. And I'm going to practice those moves 1,000 times. And the Krav Maga kicks 1,000 times. And so whatever you're doing in your life, think about the things that you're trying to improve. Are you trying to improve your English? Are you trying to become a better driver? Are you trying to meditate better? Are you trying to make more money? I think it's funny about the whole cryptocurrency craze now, where everyone's talking about Dogecoin and about Bitcoin and all of those. And you want to get good at it. You don't just take the one hot tip from here and there. Actually learn, how does cryptocurrency work? How do the crypto markets differ from the stock market? Study, 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 study. Learn and keep doing it every single day. And tomorrow, I'm going to practice those nunchucks again. Tomorrow, I'm going to practice coding again. Tomorrow, I'm going to practice my Krav Maga kicks and punches again, constantly, over and over again, because I realize I might not see the change day to day. But mark my words, when you watch my YouTube videos of me using those nunchucks and me doing kicks and punches and you see how much better of a coder I am in 3 years, you'll be blown away just as much as I know I will be blown away as long as I'm okay with the boredom, because I cannot make my decisions based on how I feel right now. I have to make my decision based on the fact that I'm going to be a black belt in Krav Maga and get a black chevron in using the nunchucks, and that needs to be the motivation because the truly it gets boring at times. And something that you're doing, I know if you think hard enough, there's something in your life that you want to get better at. I taught English in China for twice, altogether about a year and a half, and I too am studying Chinese myself. They're studying English, I'm studying Chinese. Do I speak fluent Chinese right now? No. Do I speak pretty well? 对对对，我会说不错的汉语. But it's not perfect. And why is it not perfect? Because it's boring to study vocabulary every single day. It's boring to write essays. It's boring to study the grammar. But that is what I need to do to pass the highest level Chinese language test, which ultimately will be HSK 汉语水平考试 level 11. There used to be 6, and I passed level 4. Now they expanded it. Now it's 11. And I think now I'm at level 3. I've gone down. So now I need to do it even more. I need to practice those words 10,000 times, not just 1,000 times. So if you're learning English, if you want to become perfect at it, become a great dancer, if you want to become a better drawer, you want to learn how to do a backflip on a bicycle, guess what? You need to become comfortable being bored and doing it over and over and over again. And I think at the things that I can do really, really well, I'm an excellent writer. I'm a really good public speaker. I'm a great leader. I'm somebody who's great at motivating people with their dreams. These are all things that I have done thousands and thousands of times. And I think at the things that I'm not so great at. Krav Maga, using the nunchucks, coding, I think I'm intermediate. I'm not an expert. But why am I not an expert at all these things? It's because I don't do it over and over and over again long enough or for a long enough time. But in 3 years, if I keep this up, I will get there. So what I'm just urging all of you to do is make a list. Make a list of all the things that you purportedly want to become good at. So get your piece of paper and you write it down. So for me, in the next 3 years, what do I want? I want to become a black belt in Krav Maga, a black belt in the nunchucks, a quote unquote black belt in the art of coding, and just trying to think of some other things that I want to get a novel that I've written published and become a really globally recognized public speaker. Well, guess what? What are all these things going to entail? I got to do it constantly. Got to code more. Got to study more vocabulary. Oh, it's becoming fluent in Chinese and French. Got to study more vocabulary every day, reviewing the vocabulary, learning more, writing, watching YouTube. I found a great video series on YouTube. It's the Chinese version of Friends. And I'm so thrilled because now I can watch this TV show in Chinese and it's a comedy and it's funny and I can improve my Chinese. Is it difficult work to watch that? Yep. I have this program I used, Hack Chinese, to learn vocabulary, and basically it's kind of boring. You just study vocabulary, but it's a great tool. But it's still, even just doing 10 to 15 minutes, it's mind numbing, quote unquote boring, but you have to embrace the boredom to get to that glory that you see in the future. So yeah, I have welts on my shoulders and back. I still have a little bit of a black and blue here from the nunchucks, from practicing on them. My back hurts, my quads hurt from the kicking, Krav Maga. But guess what? I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to hit myself with those nunchucks and I'm going to kick again and have those quads burn. And I'm going to force myself to sit in front of this computer and study coding and study Chinese. So If you don't get where you're going, it's your fault because you did not embrace the boredom. And unlike Bruce Lee, you were more happy learning 1,000 different kicks. Oh, I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to focus and do this one kick 1,000 times. I will give one caveat. I don't like the idea of just focusing on one thing, and that's the only thing that you do. Because in this day and age, you can't just do one thing and survive. Nobody stays at one company for 25 years anymore. It doesn't happen. So don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not saying find one thing and become an expert in that one thing. That's a recipe for disaster, I think. What I'm saying is come up with a whole bunch of different things that you really want to become good at. Come up with at least 5 of them over the next 3 years. Okay, in the next 3 years, I'm going to become really great at these 5 things. And then you practice those, each one of them, 1,000 times, quote unquote. And mark my words, in 3 years, you are going to be really, really impressed with yourself, excited, and proud of how far you've come. Embrace that boredom and practice that kick 1,000 times. So tomorrow morning, or even now, if it's morning where you are, make that list and make a promise to yourself that you're going to start doing the boring stuff every single day that you need to become a champion. Because that's the only way you're going to get good at something, by doing it over and over and over again. So there is one thing I'm really good at, is sleeping. I think I've done that. Well, let's do the calculations. I'm 43 years old times 365 days. Wow. I have practiced sleeping 15,695 times since I was born. Actually, a little bit less than that, because during basic training in the military and while I was in Iraq, I didn't get to sleep sometimes. So let's do minus maybe 180 days, 15,515 days times I've practiced sleeping, and I'm good at it. But the point is, can you imagine if you did something else that you wanted to do in your life this many times? If you've practiced 15,515 days of learning how to draw, or learning how to sing, or learning how to do a backflip on a bicycle, or learning how to do a trick gainer flip, or learning how to sail, or traveling, or learning how to tap dance. The list goes on, but it starts today. Get off your ass and make it happen. Thanks for watching. Click like, click subscribe. Please share this with your friends, and please go make your dreams come true. By the way, come to breakdiving.io as well. If you like motivation and you want to be around other motivational and supportive people, come and join us. Bye, guys.